Hey everybody, it's me, Pam, Dragon Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. I will give you fair warning. I think trip may be a problem today. I did have a couple people request to see how I make my how I made this little simple little journal here. Especially the cover. I think it was Bobby Fort. Said he didn't do that. He makes a lot of stuff. He makes a lot of cards and stuff, but he said he didn't know how to do that. And I said it's very simple. So I was going to show you how I did it. Okay. And I do have. It was made with a rice-a-roni box, and I have another one, and it ends up to be about 6 1/8. Or 6 1/4 or something. I don't know. We'll just see how big we can make it because we have to get in here and even it up a little bit. Even up. Because it's not real. Not real. There. I think it's going to be 6 1/4. And I don't know how long this is going to take. We'll just go as far as we can go. Now, what I do is I just kind of bend it over at the spine and do that. Oops. Just get over here to the edge. Now, if you don't have this, you can just use any kind of cutter. I like my guillotine trimmer. And that makes that end up being 3 3/4. I don't think that's how long it was on the other one. Let me see. 3 3/4 approximately. Not even 3 3/4. Not quite 3 3/4. If it's 3 1/2, it doesn't really matter, you know. You cut your. Wait a minute. Let's see. That one's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. Over here. Just gotta even it up. It's not. It's a little junk journal. It's not critical. Okay. Let's see what we got here though. It's 6 1/4. So these ended up being 6 1/4. Let's see if our little spine piece here is also 6 1/4. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm gonna move this over, and I have to move Trip before I move this. Trippy. Okay. Let me move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Yeah. I will be sitting down for some of this, and I'm gonna hope that I'm in frame. I got an idea. Let me put a little piece of tape where I need to be in frame, okay? Where I need it to be in frame, right there. Yeah. Actually, I need to be up there. Okay, that's going to be weird, working that far away from I guess I could move my holder. I'm not going to. Okay. These I usually cut down to about 1 inch, but it doesn't really matter. I like to cut the little bumps off of them. Off the edges where I cut them off of the main body of the box. Yeah, because I'm going to gain it. I'm going to gain some width whenever I separate them on the paper. Okay. Next. This is the cover. Literally. Okay. And what we're going to be doing is working with this. Doesn't matter how wide it is, but I do this. It softens it up and puts a few more of the little nifty little crinkles in it. You don't see a lot of it, but it does show around the edges. Then you smooth it back out again. And you do the same thing with this piece, which is going to be the inside cover for the spine. Alright. And if this records sideways, I'm not doing this again because I made one cover yesterday because I wanted to make I don't know if I'm going to make a 2 Christmas or 2 Halloweens. This one will definitely be a Halloween. What I do is I put my pieces down here like this, spaced kind of far apart, because that was the whole thing I said was I spaced it farther apart. Okay, I'm going to have to smooth that out a little bit. I went crazy on the crunch on this one. Okay. Okay. And then I go in with a ruler and mark where I am. It looks wide, but it ends up, but it ends up not being as wide. You can adjust it later. I just want to put this down and then put this down because I want to know where to put my tape. Okay. Okay, like that. Yeah. And this is where I reinforce it, because this stuff's kind of thin. So I'm going to reinforce it with paper tape. I get this at Dollar Tree. Not a lot of talk. Like I said, I'm working a little bit further away from me than I like to be. I just run it right down that mark, that pencil mark, so I'll know where it needs to be. Can't see where I am. There we go. Turn it. It's really far away. Really kind of far away from me. Now this part doesn't take very long. Not really. Of course, I made the original one, and then I made another one yesterday. I didn't film that one because I wasn't feeling very well yesterday. It was like I did it at a tired point of my day. Okay, for some reason I have to have this one. And this is what I do. I do front, back. Alright. Alright. I'm going to cut some of this off. Not a lot. Just enough to trim it down to where I can work with it a little bit better. Okay. Now I did remember that I did use this tape on the covers. And the first thing I do is I do it on the spine. I put the spine down first. I don't have any, I have a little cheap Samsung phone that I'm recording on, that I do most of my videos on. Sometimes they turn out okay, sometimes they seem to be a little bit grainy. It seems like, though, the longer you leave them on YouTube, the clearer they get. It's almost like they have to settle. Anyway. Okay. Like I said, I just use some wet glue. And this is that cheap stuff that I got from Michael's. And if this, like, oh, I think I switched trains of thought. Yeah, I'm not going to do another one of these if it loads wrong. Or if it's recording wrong. It says it's recording right, but it doesn't sometimes. Even though it says it is, it's not. And I just put a little bit of glue over, even over the tape part. And I put some glue here, and I don't know why it's not coming up. Haven't used this glue in a couple of days, and sometimes it gets contrary. Alright. And I'm just going to put it right there. Right about there. Like that. I don't know, just do the front one next. But I do, I said I was just going to do every part of this. It's going to be in real time. Checking my camera. Because I don't have any. I said I was doing it on my phone. I have a little cheap Samsung phone, which is an Android. And I don't have any editing software on the phone. I did download on my phone the Studio, YouTube Studio, where it gives you a little more, just a tiny bit more freedom to do some things after the fact. But I have yet to see where you can, you know, splice together two different videos. I'm afraid, like I said, probably should have moved my camera closer to my chair. Then you guys could have seen might see my torn up shirt, that whenever I'm crafting, I have to wear the most comfortable clothes in my closet. And if that means it's got some holes in it, so be it. I have to be comfortable when I'm crafting. I can't be distracted by something that's uncomfortable. Okay, like I said, this is just how I do it. This is okay. And then I'll put some glue on this one too. There. Might have to stand up here in a second. I'm really anxious to get the cover. Mostly, like I said, it's just going to be like the covers are going to be the vintage. That's what it was with my Christmas. It was just the cover. It wasn't inside. It wasn't a whole big deal. I have a problem with decorating journals. Everyone says, oh, you know, making the cover and all this, you know, putting the cover together and all that is just the tedious part, and the decorating's the fun part. I think there have been a couple people agree with me that decorating isn't always the fun part. Okay, then I just leave that really wide. Really wide. And this is where I'm going to gain some width, is the fact that I'm not going to have it so close together. Yeah. Okay. And it's just basically just like making any other cover for a journal, but I can understand if you don't make journals. And I didn't make journals for a long time. I tried. I made mini albums, which are different sometimes. And they're kind of... Mini albums don't use... The covers are different. Yeah. I was always using the cardstock. And then just go about a quarter of an inch. This is probably a little bit wider than my other one. And this is where putting the tape down around it helps a lot. Cut it, trim it up again. Using the double-sided sticky tape and the glue. The double-sided sticky tape holds it down while the glue is doing its thing. I said I'm just holding this so far away from me, like at arm's length practically. Turn that down a little bit. Like I said, that's just I know I gotta stay right around there. Okay, then I just do this. this. Little pre-folds on them. But there, you see how far apart I put that? It's, you know, usually they say a standard is 1/8 of an inch, and I have found that if you are using cardstock on the outside and cardstock as a liner on the inside, 1/8 of an inch isn't enough. You still get that where your cover won't close. Doesn't have any room to move. That's why I like to use the paper. It will move. it moves. It's thinner. You're not binding it up. And then if you leave a little more room like that, and then you cover the spine and the inside with either the paper, which is something I'm going to do, or fabric, you're going to get movement. You're going to be able to move. Okay, and I just use straight glue on this one. And I wanted to come up here a little bit on this. This is packing paper. Some packing papers are thicker than others. This one's really thin, thinner than I have used in the past, but it's gonna work out. Like, even if, say, you know, the spine got worked a lot, and it's gonna have double layer of this. First of all, it's gonna have a double layer of this brown paper on it, and it's gonna have that paper tape in there, which is going to help keep it from tearing. Yeah, paper tape tears. Yep, I heard you. But when it's got all these other layers on it, it's not going to tear as easily as it would on its own. And have you ever tried to tear paper tape? Number one, it's not going to tear in a straight line, no matter how much you want it to. Number two, it's not that easy to tear. If it was that easy to tear, you wouldn't want it to be used for binding a bandage to a wound. Okay, I think I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. And I know I'm making it look easy. Well, I'm making it look easy to me. I'm surprising myself. I'm amazing myself. But it really is. I've done 2 of these covers already. And I've used this technique before. So, covering the outside first and then using the pretty paper, you know, to finish off the decorating of the outside. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, we're gonna be gentle because if you're using the thin paper, it's wet now with glue. But when the glue dries, it's going to help the cover stiffen up a lot. And go in here real easy to glue that down, because we're gonna come back here in just a second and put another layer on it. So there you go. That's that so far. And then this one, first of all, I tear it. Try to tear it in a straight line, as straight a line as you can. Then, like this, it's gonna go there, go here, and you estimate where it needs torn here. I think I may have to tear off some more. Yeah, I'm going to have to tear off some more. And this is where it gets kind of tough, because sometimes I can't tear it. Not to sew. Maybe it might be going to be nice to me. You have to tear off those little bits. I just like to tear. You could use a ruler to tear. I don't think the ruler gives me the jagged edge that I want. Okay. It's still not doing it. Still not doing it. There, well, maybe. We'll see, maybe. Tear that piece off. Okay. I think so. Okay. What I do is I do a little bit here. I do the sides. So it's just a lot of wet glue. Can you use double-sided sticky tape? Sure. I like the look that wet glue gives it. It helps, for some reason, it just helps the wrinkles. And it also, like I said, it helps stiffen it up. Helps stiffen up the cover, because a Rice-A-Roni box is not that thick. Okay, let's see. And some of this is going to be covered up by the pretty paper. I have to stand up to do this one. Let's see. Get just about, try to get evenly on each side. If you get glue here, it doesn't really matter. It's going to get covered up by pretty paper. A little long, but that's all right. Stuff's sticking to me. See, too wet. See, it was a wart. The mistake. Yeah, put that lid back on that. And this is all I do for now. I'll let this dry overnight. And I'll show you. This is the one I made yesterday. Look, I have the B backwards on that one. But still I know it's a B. But this is the one I did yesterday. All nice and dry and stiff and ready for the next stage, which can come at any time. I have to go find, get the papers ready, and I'll probably do that this evening or tomorrow morning. And did anybody notice that the B was upside down? But anyway, this one looked like this yesterday, and this one's you can feel it's just wet, and it's trying its hardest to do its thing, but there we go. And that's how I did it. All right, well, I'll come back in whenever I get my stuff together for the cover. I need to find my spiderweb doilies, or my Halloween doilies, something, because this one's going to be Halloween, definitely. I don't know what this one might be. All right, everybody, I will see you later with another episode. In between, I may show you a haul. I got a Temu haul. I may do that one. And in between, but I will always be working on this and getting ready for my next video, the next riveting episode. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.